First entry fee... there.
This is Kaizomi-dera, the most famous temple in Kyoto.
Kaizomi-dera. They say that Kaizomi-dera was completed when Kyoto became the capital in the year 1778. Before Kyoto was capital? There are temples that old? Kamizoura-dera is known for how the main hall juts out the side of the mountain.
The main hall has been rebuilt over and over due to fires, but the last rebuild was 1633, so it's still quite old.
Let's burn it! It was still built around 700 years ago then. Or 400 years ago then. Why did I say 1700? It's standard for the stone buildings of America and Europe to survive that long, but for the Eastern wooden structures to last so long shows the care that goes into them. I know. You know the Japanese phrase, jump from the stage at Kyoto? It means to plunge headfirst into something. The stage at Kyozomi? It refers to this building? Yeah. They say that if you screw up your courage and jump from here, your wish will come true. They say that in the old days, many men would make the jump to show their determination. From here? But it's really far down. Yeah. Some people really died trying it. Honestly, men are such idiots. I can't help but to agree with you there.
As long as we're here, let's go to the Otawan waterfall below.
The Otawan waterfall?
Yes, it's a small waterfall consisting of 3 narrow streams.
The waterfall has existed for over 1,000 years. Back then, people said the water would come for well for a long life. They loved it, and the Fountain of Youth. The Fountain of Youth? Okay, let's go check it out.
I want to be young.
Whoa, there really are 3 trails of water. That's a waterfall. Really?
Each stream confers its own blessing. From right to left, they confirm academic success, health, and love respectively.
Academics, health, and love. So then, starting from the right, I take words from each and drink it? Okay, let's start with the welcome of academics. Now, the water of health. Then, the water of love. Whew, it's delicious. It really could be the Fountain of Youth. Yeah. Now that I think of it, you guys only drank from the health and love springs, and none of them from the academics ones. How come? Well, right.
Yeah.
What? You both look so serious. The truth is, it's said that anyone green enough to try and drink from all 3 rivers will be denied their blessing. What? Wait, is that true?
Yes, I'm sorry to say.
No way. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? Because that would have made it so much less funny.
Sorry about that.
So I didn't earn any blessings today. Could have used the blessings in love at least. Oh, now that I think about it, Makoto and Akira both drank from the love spring. First, the entry fee. There. Now, our next Kyoto sightseeing spot is here! Whoa!
This is Kinkaku-ji.
Kinkaku.
The kin in Kinkaku is a reference to the Grand Golden Core of the temple. The name is actually a nickname.
What's its real name? I know it! It's Rokonjin, right?
That's right, you really know your stuff, Akira.
Hold your applause until the end, I still know lots more about Rokonjin. Then, why don't you tell us all about it then, Akira? Leave it to me! The fact is, there was already a temple here in the 13th century, but the noble who commissioned it was put to death for conspiring against the emperor, and it fell into ruin. Then, around the end of the 14th century, the shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu fixed it up and built a new temple, which he called the Rokonji. Wow, is that really what happened?
Yes, she's exactly right. She's a time traveler, you know.
Wait a minute. Why are you asking Go Nippon for confirmation? No reason, just wanted to be sure. Let me tell you, this isn't all I know. But wait, there's more. I also know that when the temple was completed, the grounds around it were larger, and they had completely burned down once. Burned down? The temple? Was it a war or what? Bzz, sorry. It burned down just 60 years ago. It was arson. Arson? You mean someone set fire to it? Yeah, in 1950, by a young monk still in training. A monk committed arson? That's right. The temple was already a famous national treasure at the time, so it caused a huge stir. I see. That makes sense. Then, a world-famous author named Mishima Yukito wrote a novel about it. The name of the novel is, of course, Kinkakuji. Wow, Akira, you really know a lot about Kinkakuji. I told you I knew a lot about it.
So, have you read the novel?
No. Oh dear.
Mishima Yukito Kinji Shunshan has been translated into other languages, so you really should read it if you got a chance.
Sure, I will. He probably wrote it after visiting the place for himself, so it'll probably be more interesting now than if I'd read it before. And I'll be sure to look around for it when I get home. Wherever home is. I think I might try to read it when I get home, too.
I see. I think you would get a lot out of it, Akira.
Kinkakuji, huh? The walls are stuck with gold leaf, so it's as gold as the name suggests. I heard that ancient Europe referred to Japan as Japan, the land of gold. But looking at this, I can see why Marco Polo would have felt that way. Marco!
What do you think of Kyoto so far?
Let's see. At first I wasn't really seeing the town's history and culture at all. But the more we walk around, the more I feel the traditional atmosphere seeping in all over. That's right. Kyoto has a lot of temples and shrines, so you can walk from temple to temple and shrine to shrine. Just walking around can give you a deep impression of the town. Yeah, that's really true. But how do I say this? It's more than that. There's... like, even among the smaller shops in town, so many of them sell traditional craft goods. So that also gives me the impression of a town that values its history.
That's true. While Kyoto continues to expand, the city as a whole does protect its traditions. I think that's what makes it amazing. Just for the love of God, do not move away from those traditions. The last person that did that, let's just say that that phrase, going home to your mother in the box, was quite literally literal.
And hey Linky, no, we're not trying to save waifus. We are now hanging out with two waifus. Preserving its histories while taking in the new, huh? But now that I think about it, I think Tokyo has a similar sort of atmosphere. With Kyoto, it just feels a whole lot sharper. When I think about it anyway, Kyoto is really like a representation of Japan itself. Ah, that's it. There's one thing that surprised me in coming to Kyoto. Surprised you? What is it? You know, the language. Language? Ah, I see, because it's not like Tokyo language. That's right, it's a dialect, right? The accent, the words people use, it's nothing like the Japanese I know. Oh yeah, that's right, Japan's got various kinds of Japanese.
That's true. People in Kyoto and nearby Osaka and Kobe speak what's called Kansei-bin.
Kansei-bin?
Yes, specifically, Kobe and Osaka and Kyoto all have their own dialects, but the general term is Kansai-bin.
Kansai-bin, I see.
It's odd for even native Japanese to imitate Kansai-bin. It's a unique way of speaking.
I see, but how should I say it? Feels like it has nonsense that I don't hear in the Japanese of Tokyo. That's true. It's fast-paced and kind of funny. That's right, when you listen to an exchange, it almost sounds like they might burst out laughing.
You remember what I said before, that Kyoto was the capital of Japan long ago? While that was going on, the city of Osaka was developing next door. Osaka developed as a merchant city. They based their lives around merchant culture. So I think their language developed around the interaction between a shop owner and a customer.
Making the customer feel comfortable is so important in the business world. You mean that they make them laugh so that they relax and feel more like buying things?
It's just my own speculation, but I wonder if it might not be true.
The real Kansai has done a lot to develop comedians and comedy culture. So you might hear Kansai based on TV. Kansai Ben on TV too. Now that I think about it, it sounds really cute when a girl speaks it too. We don't speak Kansai Ben. Does that mean you don't think we're cute? That's not it. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. So you're saying you wish we both spoke Kansai Ben? That's right, that's exactly the same that's the exact complaint.
Even without speaking Kansai Ben, I think we make a good comedy team, don't you? Anyway, let's go one less place today. It's very close to where we are now.
What kind of temple is it this time?
Oh my, we're not going to a temple.
You're going to the palace, aren't you? Really? Where are we? Okay, we know we're not. Ta-da! This is Kyoto's premier entertainment district, Gion. Wow, the buildings still have an older, refined feeling to them. The town of Gion is the gateway to the Yasake Shrine. It's basically a town that sprang up along the road to the shrine.
The name Gion comes from the fact that Yasaka Shrine was once known as the Gion Shrine.
I see, so is there something on the street? Like, what? Well, it's certainly a very beautiful street and it has a refined atmosphere, but there isn't, like, a famous building or... Yeah, there's nothing like that here. But in its place... In its place? Look there! Walking towards us. Walking? Ah! It's a woman walking towards us. Tiny red lips on her face made up in white. Concubines. And such a beautiful... Oh, kimonos. Such a beautiful kimono. Oh, wait. Is that a high-class geisha?
Sort of, but geisha is only for Tokyo. In Kyoto, they're called geiko.
Geiko?
Yes, and a young apprentice geiko are known as maiko.
She looks young. She's probably a maiko. Ah, she just turned to us and bowed. She's so cute. Here we go again. Hey, Oni-chan. I hear back in the day, Miyako were girls around 10 years old. Is that true?
That is what they say.
10 years old? They started that young?
Yeah, because Meiko and Geiko would play instruments at banquets and sing and dance. They were like flowers, used to add life to a party. And men of high standing and rank would come to them. If you know what I mean. Bup bup. So in order to keep them from offending anyone, they received strict instructions in discipline and manners from a very young age. That's the kind of system it was.
So, for all its beauty, that world was a harsh one too.
Yes, but those days it seems as problematic to make children work so hard. Nowadays you can't begin Meiko training until you finish school.
I saw on TV before too that there are fewer and fewer women who want to become Meiko these days. I guess that's true in all countries. Jobs that were standard long ago are gradually declining. It's too bad, but...
Yeah.
But then the TV said that more people want to do it nowadays compared to before. But they say that the training is so strict that many people just up and quit. Just because you want it doesn't mean you'll succeed. But Maiko and Geiko are part of an amazing culture. There must be more people that want to carry it on. That's it! As long as they're here, why don't we call it Geiko-san tonight and... Unfortunately, that's not possible. Huh? Why not? The girls will refuse first-time customers. Most people have to be referred by an existing customer. I see.
There are some exceptions lately. I hear that there are some events where you can hire a Geiko for a brief period of time. But it probably takes a lot of money, right?
I see. I guess that's true. Yeah, I understand. It was just an idea. When you say it like that, I can tell you're really upset about it. I told you I was joking. I don't think you were.
Anyway, as long as we're here, we should stop by the Yasaki Shrine. Then back to our hotel.
Okay, okay. Okay. Whew. We visited the Yasaki Shrine, which was beautiful. Our hotel might be more humble than the halls where Geiko performed, but it was still a nice place. The food in Kyoto tastes completely different than the food in Tokyo, too. Kyoto was a nice place, not at all inferior to Tokyo. Just one day doesn't seem like enough to experience it all. But tomorrow I go back to Tokyo, and in 3 days' time, I go home. I've got to make the most out of Japan while I've got left.
Go Nippon! Day 5!
Another beautiful day. I saw on the news yesterday that it was set to rain in Tokyo. So the good weather followed me on this trip. Should be a good sign of things to come, right? Nah. Okay, day 2 in Kyoto. Let's get started.
Our next destination is a temple called the Royanji.
Royanji.
The Royanji is a magnificent temple, of course, but it has a number of other charms for the people who visit it.
It has other charms? What do you think? What could it be? I give up. I have no idea.
The answer is...
First, the entry fee. There. This rock garden. Oh, wait.
This rock garden, or the rock garden, or I don't fucking know.
Wait, why are you being so quiet? Sorry, I got kinda sucked in. Anyway, how do I say this? A garden made of rocks and sand with no trees, it feels kind of empty. And it sounds strange, but when I look at it long enough, it starts to look like islands in the ocean.
Whoa, that's amazing.
What's amazing?
That type of garden is called a karasensu, as you say. It symbolizes mountains and water without the use of water.
I see.
I think you symbolize meaning without realizing it.
Really? Because, honestly, I used to picture these as like a sign of patience. Keeping the lines perfectly straight, while also making sure that the rocks, you know, despite the rocks, like perfectly straight, and you get the idea. So maybe I got a little closer to being Japanese in these few days.
Maybe so.
Anyway, who created this garden? It's such a high level of artistry, it must be someone famous, right? To tell you the truth, no one really knows. Really?
Yes, they say it was made sometime in the 15th century and that there are varying theories as to its creator. But no one knows for sure.
I see. But it's not the only thing we don't know. Huh? There's another mystery about it? Take a good look. How many stones do you see in the garden? Stones. 1, 2, 3. Are there 14 in all? That's what it looks like, right? Yeah, but since you asked that, it must mean... Yes, there are really 15 stones in all. Wait, let me count again. 1, 2, 3... You're right, there's another stone hidden behind that one. The garden was designed so there's only one spot where you can see all 15 stones at once. Wow. The store in the Vatican was built so that the two rings of the pillars line up perfectly when you stand at the center of the plaza. This is kind of the opposite effect. The garden itself is built on a slight decline, so the height of the stones in the back wall seems to change height from some angles. These are optical illusions like that all around the garden. It's amazing. What a complicated garden. I could never have come up with something so complicated. It feels like it must have been imbued with all sorts of deep meaning. Naturally. So, what meanings are hidden in it? You need to figure out for yourself. That's the meaning of Zen. What? But that's mean.
Come on, Aki-chan, stop teasing him and tell him the truth.
Huh, the truth? Sorry. To tell you the truth, no one knows the deepest meaning of this garden. Really?
Yeah, there are many theories, of course, but no one knows which of these theories are really true. we may never really know.
I see.
But like Aki-chan said, because there's no answer, that means you can figure it out for yourself. That part of it is really the meaning of Zen.
I know, right? That's why I really meant it when I said that. Liar. What's with that look? Got something to say? Not at all. Yeah, we've been walking a lot all day, but... there's so much to see in Kyoto. There is. We've only been hitting up the main spots. You can't see it all in just a day or two.
Anyway, you better get out of here before evening. We have time to see about one more place.
Which means the next thing we'll be seeing is our last. That's right, and I know just the place for us to go. This is clearing my throat.
The place to go? Where is that?
I'm gonna lose my voice, I swear. That is... First, the entry fee. That 33 euros, goddamn. Here!
Oh, I get it.
This is the Emperor's Palace, right? Oh, no. This is Ozama's movie village. It's a theme park, a recreation of the Edo period village. Amazing! I never knew this was here. It takes about 30 minutes by train from Kyoto, but I really wanted to show it to you.
I see. These are fairly rare in Japan, but they're quite fun, especially...
Recreation of ancient Japan. Let's see, then this is...
You're in a daze.
Huh? Sorry, I just... Don't worry about it. I'm just happy they seem to be having fun. Yeah, I'm really glad we came here. Thanks. Sure.
She's shy.
Oni-chan, stop it! You're doing it again! That reminds me. You called this a movie village earlier. Originally a lot of Japanese movie companies would film here. Because a lot of our movies were based, back then, were jidaigeki. So most of the jidaigeki ended up being filmed here.
Then a part of the set was open for the public to enjoy, which is why it's called the Zomiani Movie Village.
That's right. I see. That's interesting. What's really amazing is that they didn't just recreate the surface of the buildings. You can actually walk around and experience the town for yourself. Wow. So what kind of things can you do? Let's see. For instance, there are exhibitions about filming process. Uh-huh. And you can experience traditional culture of Kyoto. I see. And there's Chanbara shows too. Chanbara?
And you don't just watch them, they'll really teach you the Chambara style.
Whoa, you can really try Chanbara? I'm not sure about that, but we can at least do that. That? What's that? It's...
You'll see when we get there.
That's right, so let's go.